hundreds of battles throughout the season, we finally determine a champion tonight. As EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings you the biggest game of them all, the Super Bowl. Tonight, it's a battle for one team to join the greatest to ever play the game. Between the Seattle Seahawks and the Denver Broncos. Kate Scott and Brock Hewitt, happy to have you with us. And this an unusual spot to be, Brock. Both teams here, well, they have fought and earned their way to this one. Yet this still looks like could be one of the more lopsided Super Bowl matchups that we have seen in our time in the NFL.
It looks that way on paper, but we know. We've watched it through the centuries. Why we know that upsets happen in this moment. Broadway Joe's guarantee and the Jets win in just the third Super Bowl. David Tyree's got the Giants as those Giants shock the Patriots in perfection. Lesser known Tom Brady, yeah, they too got past the greatest show on turf. This moment, underdogs emerge.
One team's legacy will be changed forever. Away we go at the Super Bowl. To return this, Rashid Shaheed. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former third overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness, but I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. This one intended for the running back. And we'll see what they do here on second down.
Just about every play in an NFL game usually has a protagonist and antagonist, a good and a bad. The good there, the courage of that wide receiver. The bad, just could not haul it in.
On 2nd and 10 now, Darnold. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Now this opening drive not going anywhere yet. Already 3rd and 10. 3rd and long for him here. It's taken in by Cup. And he needed a little more room to reach that line. The stop is made in time. That brings up 4th down.
It's a gain of 8.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
4th down punt from the Seahawks. And that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And the fair catch made here at the 15. So we'll see the Broncos offense now for the first time. They'll be led out by the former first-rounder out of both Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs, and it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
Opening play, and Bo will throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kid, I promise you, if you and I got to travel the country and watch young quarterbacks, even really good high school quarterbacks, out routes are the hardest to complete. Slants, goes, fades, all that stuff comes somewhat naturally, but really trusting yourself to throw that out route, that comes with time and experience.
Nix from the gun. That'll be caught by Troy Franklin. And he's going to be brought down right at the 35. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
All set to go now from the 35. They run it. Here's R.J. Harvey. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. They break the huddle. It's second down now. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 10.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. That goes for 32 yards. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Shotgun handoff to Harvey. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's another Broncos first down.
Danger, danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
The Broncos into the red zone for the first time. They've got 1st and 10 from the 20. Harvey once more. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
19 more yards. That's another Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
Try and punch it in. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Harvey. Only a yard that time. A defensive stand brewing here, and it brings up 3rd and goal.
Okay, this is going to be a fascinating call because defensively you've stopped the run twice now, and I think you believe on that side, well, they got to put it in the air. But this is also where the offense could say, we got 2 more shots. Let's continue to pound the football. Can't wait to watch this one.
They go to him again. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. Only a 20-yarder here. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will get them on the board.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Set to return it. Here's Cody White. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Seahawks taking the field for their second possession. And Brock, they are not in the spot they want to be, but still plenty of game left. You don't want to let the setting cause an early overreaction and panic.
Yeah, you just can't overtry. And every bit of you wants to, every fiber of your being in this building right now, you want to perform, but you just can't overdo it. Get back in the rhythm and play your game.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He'll try and run this. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there. That played good enough for a first.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, Seattle.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Walker on 1st down. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
1st and 10 now from the 46. From the gun, Darnold. Broncos all around him, and down he goes. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't, they call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Back to their own side of the field now, Brock. This is 2nd and long. To throw, here's Darnold. That's a catch, Jackson Smith-Njigba. And this goes across midfield and into Broncos territory.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Throwing deep here for the end zone. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. Well, the pass interference might have prevented the touchdown there, but it gives this offense the yards and a great chance to punch it in anyway. Defense, no doubt, still recovering from that interference call, Brock, but they've got to buckle down here. It's 1st and goal. Charbonnet crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Zach Charbonnet with the touchdown! Well, we all knew what was coming when they got into that goal line formation, didn't we, Brock? And they just pound the rock in for an old-school touchdown.
I just sometimes love that stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing cute. Here's our formation. You know we're running right at you, and we challenge you to stop us, and you can't.
Now it's Jason Myers on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks take a 4-point lead.
7, Broncos 3.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Here's R.J. Harvey on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Denver offense taking the field for their second drive. They managed 3 on their last drive, but down inside the red zone, disappointing not to come away with a touchdown. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And after one play of this drive, might already be in trouble. That's going to push him back for 2nd down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
Things already looking a good bit tougher here. It is 2nd and 17 after the sack. Now Nix. And he'll set up the screen here. It's Harvey. Fights his way through a tackle. And he takes it forward to maybe the 23. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and long for Nix. That's caught for the 1st. And they're going to bring him down just after he crosses the 50. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
That's good for a Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, well, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Nix off the play action. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour. And there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
The throw finds Evan Ingram. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That's 1 quarter gone on the biggest stage of them all, the Super Bowl. 7-3 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. We're back, and it is Broncos football as we resume. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. On the handoff, here's Harvey. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Brought down by Reek Woolen.
Well, Kate, a 2-yard run on 1st down, I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Nix now to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Good moving drive, but it could stall out here. We've got 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Nix. And he's able to get this down to the 13. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
Gain of 10 yards. That's another Broncos 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Giving this to Harvey. One good for a gain of 4. It's 2nd down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. This one misses the tight end. So that brings them to 3rd down.
As I watch practices today, Kate, both college and professionally, one thing is abundantly clear. Teams spend so much more time in the red zone. They know it's the money zone. And defensively, if you can force incompletions and knock it away and leave teams for field goals, you got a great chance to win.
He's got Sutton complete. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down, and they've got themselves a 1st and goal.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes.
And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a 2nd quarter lead. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
Will Lutz now on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Broncos push their lead to 3.
Broncos 10, Seahawks 7.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away.
Kickoff for the Broncos.
Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Well, Brock, this game, like all of our games this week, one piece of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. A way that the NFL and all of us here at EA Sports honor a legendary figure in the history of this game on a holiday he held dear. So for Brock, myself, everybody on our great EA Sports crew, hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving, everybody, and a great weekend of football. Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Cooper Kupp, the intended receiver. And it's going to be 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
We'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Here's Darnold to throw. It's incomplete to Kenneth Walker. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Alex Singleton makes the tackle.
2 yards.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly, as a check-down outlet on short throws.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. And down he goes. The Bronco defense gets there. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
Normally in dime coverage, you do get a little extra time to find and make a throw. Even with fewer guys rushing the pocket that time, they still brought him down before he could ever find a target to throw to.
So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. before that return amounts to much. They bring him down. The Broncos running their offense out once again. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. Good starting field position for the Broncos as they get ready for 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Harvey. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2. There's the fake. Here's Nix. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
That's good for a Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. To throw. Here's Nix. Falls to the ground out left. Incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Ball still on that 29-yard line as they come up to it. 2nd and 10. Here's Nix to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. They give up the middle to Harvey. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
The tackle made at the 12-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Nix from the gun. Dumped off to his running back. And he's brought down at the line.
Simply part of the job description for any running back in today's game. You're out there, you're going to be one of your quarterback's most important safety valves. And you got to be ready for that check down at all times.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Nix. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. A very short kick here from the right hash. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Here's Lutz, set to kick this away. Here's White on the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. The Seahawks offense taking the field now. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Now Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. Short pickup to their own 31. Last season's Defensive Player of the Year, Pat Surtain, hauling him to the ground.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 31-yard line.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Here's Darnold. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Robbie Oots the target on that throw. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. He's got Smith and Jigba for the catch. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
To Jackson Smith and Jigba. A gain of 7. And the Seahawks 1st down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Now an inside give to Walker. And he's going to have this up and across midfield, partner, to the 48. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Ooh, I like that ball. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More from Super Bowl 60 and Santa Clara in just a moment. The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. From the gun, Darnold. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
You really want those throws to be like clockwork for your offense. Every team needs to hit passes in that short to intermediate range to effectively move the ball.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. To throw, here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be down within a yard of that red zone as the stop is made. They get 27 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
They kick the running back in motion. 1st and 10, Darnold. In the hands of his running back, Walker. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Man in motion here. And again, it's Darnold. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks tie it in the final minute of the half. It seems like a lot of the time, Brock, even if the results aren't quite as flashy every rep, tight ends are even more reliable scorers than a lot of receivers are when it comes to the passing game.
Yeah, I would agree with that, but there's also a lot more real estate for them to work with, right? Think of the receivers. They got to deal with the sidelines, that 12th defender. Many of these tight ends, they've got a ton of field to work with, and when they prove to the quarterback they can be a difference maker, he'll look for them.
Myers to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle, and they'll take the lead.
Seahawks 14, Broncos 13.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
For Seattle.
Marvin Mims now to return it. This will give him some decent field position here, partner. And this gets out to the 30. The Broncos, the running back R.J. Harvey. They're ready for their next drive. With the time remaining, let's see if they can get this into field goal range. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Nix. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it's 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Running back sent in motion. Again on 2nd and 10. Nix. He finds his back. Harvey. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Nix now, 3rd and 1. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, 4th down coming up.
That one really stings, Kate, because you want to convert there and not only keep this drive going for points, but because now you're giving your opponent a chance to go pad that lead before halftime. That's a no-no.
On 4th down, Broncos going to call on Jeremy Crawshaw here to punt. Shaheed on to handle the return. Fields this at the 19. And he didn't quite break it, but still an excellent return that gets him up near midfield.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
The Seahawks offense to the field for the final drive of this 1st half. And with all their timeouts remaining, Brock, they might be able to put a little something together here. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. They'll motion him out of the backfield. Throwing on 1st. Here's Darnold. That's dropped underneath. Walker. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. And it sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
2nd and 3 now. Throwing here, Darnold. He's on a quick hitter. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. Now Seattle going to call its 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, he never stared him down, but that was such a good job by the quarterback to keep his eyes downfield. Keep working as that shallow cross. Those crossing routes so devastating for zone coverage.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Darnold now to throw. That's caught. Rashid Shaheed makes the play. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks will add to their lead at the end of the half. So this solid 1st half continues for them. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach here, Kate, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. They've come out strong. They've been the ones dictating the tempo, and as a result, they add to the scoreboard.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks grow their lead to 8.
Seahawks 21, Broncos 13.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Return starts from the goal line. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we've reached the half here in the Super Bowl, and we know our pal Scott Hansen has been watching intently. He's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks for that update, Scott. Welcome back, everyone, for the third quarter. Got a one-touchdown game here as we get you back down to the field. Enough waiting. Let's crown a champion, shall we? The second half of the Super Bowl is underway. Harvey now to return it. Keeps another one. The Broncos with their offense headed out for our first possession of the half. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. All right, Denver getting everybody set, so they've got 1st and 10. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. And he gives himself up after a short gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
Now 2nd and 6.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, some really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Second down, give to Harvey. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Julian Love bringing that one to an end.
At the 36-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun snap to Nix. He's making a bid for it. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. A pickup of 17. And it's going to be 1st down, Denver.
That's good for Broncos. 1st down. 1st and 10.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Offense to line, this is 2nd and 4. Nix off the play action. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
5 yards.
Even from the booth, Kate, I can hear it. I can hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. That is Nick Emanwari. And they're going to score. It's a pick 6 for Seattle. Went to the old well one too many times, Brock, and this time the defense was ready for it.
Now, you make as many catches as he has in this game, you're going to attract some extra attention. They knew it was probably going his way in the near future, and they had somebody there waiting for it that time.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Seahawks lead by 15 now.
Broncos 13.
A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Harvey now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here comes the Bronco offense. And without much time to process things after that pick 6, Brock, first snaps of this series are being watched closely by all. First call here coming from the shotgun. Throwing here, Nix. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able to do so far.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Nix now to throw. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. That's one he knows he should have had. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the shit. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Oh, he's going to run for it. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a 4th down.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Jeremy Crawshaw, the one who's going to send this away. Feels this clean at the 30. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34. Darnold looking to throw. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county. Not on the same page with his tight end. So it'll be 2nd down.
Kate, from my vantage point up here, that was pretty close to drawing a penalty flag. Risky decision on 1st down, but there was a target in the area, so thus, no penalty, and we move on to 2nd.
2nd and 10, Darnold. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And it'll be 3rd down coming coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
Broncos go with a dime look here on third down. Third and long for him here. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Another drop. The last two plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this fourth down.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, well, he just couldn't quite hang on.
And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. Denver ready for another offensive possession. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start this series with an option left. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
Play action with Nix. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Broncos first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Here's a look for Nix. Rolling into enemy territory. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's 2nd down.
Well, that's a case where defensively you've got to keep your eyes in the backfield and be ready if they go with that drop play. Even an extra second to react, well, it gives them room for a gain just like that.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. Nix holds on to it. Decided to keep it, but couldn't escape the pressure there. And they catch it behind the line. Now, after battling on that run, we see one of their linemen appears to be injured and in need of some attention. So now here's 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Nix. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
They'll send out the punting unit. The Seahawks offense running out now. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Darnold. A throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he stopped almost immediately after that catch. He's down at the 30. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Walker now from the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Darnold. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Brought in inside the 20. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
1st and goal, Seattle.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate, and we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. So now it'll be 2nd and goal. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't. Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
On 3rd and goal, Darnold. Looking for somewhere to throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. So a bit stubborn there, Brock. They just kept throwing for it after pass fell incomplete. Now they've got 4th and goal.
Yeah, and you and I both know what's going to happen. When these old linemen run off the sidelines, big fellas, they're not going to be too happy about not putting one run on the board.
No, sir.
4-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff.
Harvey now to return it. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Broncos offense all set to go. They're running out of time to get this game into a more manageable spot, Brock. We've got a 3-score deficit, and we're in quarter number 3. Broncos to the line now. It's 1st and 10. On the draw, they give it to Harvey. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
As a play caller, Kate, I would always be a little cautious of a first down draw. I like it better when that defense is anticipating pass. Well, they were only anticipating getting the backfield and making that running back feel the pain.
Nix from the gun. Has it downfield, working the left. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
Harvey gets it on the counter. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Nix looking to throw. Outline and Ingram makes the grab. And they make the tackle at the 38. So we're winding down to the end of the 2024 season. That's the end of 3 in Super Bowl 59. It's Broncos ball, and they've got to erase that deficit if they want to win this title. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. First and 10. It's Harvey. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
That's another Broncos first down.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Nix. And he gets it in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos get it back to within 2 possessions. It's a Troy Franklin touchdown.
Those front office personnel people love to pair speedy wide receivers and ask their coaches to do just that. Put some play action in there. Let him go run, because with his speed, that route is a winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Extra point try now from Lutz. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Broncos make it an 11-point ball game.
31. Broncos 20.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Shaheed now to return. Escapes the defender. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And they're already up by 2 scores, Brock, but another one here would really put this one out of reach. Offense emptying the backfield as they come up here. First and 10. From the gun, Darnold. Throwing the out route complete. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
They give up the gun to Walker. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Play fake, Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And they make the tackle at the 38. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that gives the Seahawks the first.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Running is Walker. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Running with Walker again. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Kid, it really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the second level. That was teaching tape.
All set now. 1st and 10. Staying with Walker. He's going to be stopped, but not before doing some damage. He's down to the 12. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play, but they will take that execution every time.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Has it in close. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out. Running for it, it's Walker. And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Seahawks have likely locked up the win right there. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown! Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Seahawks push their lead to 18.
Broncos 20. Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. On the return, here's Mims. Coverage team gets him down for 26-yard line. Denver set to take the field on offense. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap to Nix. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
That's to throw at this level, with so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Still 10 to go. It's second down now from the 26. Nix. Dumps this one off to Harvey. And he's taken down just a couple of yards shy of the 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kid, I can promise you, you go back and look at the most efficient offenses in the NFL over the last couple decades, one thing will resonate. You've got to be able to attack the middle of the field. It's great to do it with receivers. It's awesome with tight ends. But when you get that influence from your running backs, man, you become a dangerous offense to stop.
That one's cut along the left sideline. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's going to be first down Denver.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far, brings up second down.
I got a sense, Kate. He went to bed last night dreaming, can I get a sack? Can I find a way to get to the quarterback? Well, he didn't do it just once. He's now done it twice.
A lot of work to do as that sack makes this a tough 2nd and 17. Here's Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line.
As quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Now Nix. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference, and that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Well, simply put, Brock, they absolutely need to have the conversion here on 4th down. And this one's swatted away by a defender, so they went for it unsuccessfully, and now they turn it over on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
The Seahawk offense ready to get going once again. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. Heading to the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this 1st and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. A throw right side, finds Cup. And they had somebody there for that quick stop, but a nice completion gets him across midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that gives the Seahawks the first. Motioning left is their running back. He spins right by him, and he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. They'll work against the blitz. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Complete to Rashid Shaheed. A gain of 7. And the Seahawks 1st down.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Seahawks can rest easy with a 3-score lead. We've set it downs from 37. Now Walker. He stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's second down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. And off to Walker from the gun. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. Third down coming up.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and inches.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Walker trying to run for the first. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. They gain 11 on that play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Gain of 11 on the play. First down, Seattle.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
And in their first appearance in over a decade, Brock, I know we're both excited about this one. The Seattle Seahawks, Super Bowl champions for a second time. And for all the talk we heard from every team at the start of the season, Brock, they're the ones, these guys right here, who fought all the way to this point and are now champions forever.
What a storybook season. You know, at times it even seemed like it's ripped right from a movie. The way the pieces fell into place along the way, all of it led to these final 4 quarters of football in this moment that they will never forget. I know not a one of them out there could have imagined a better final scene to the movie that has been their season. Super Bowl champions.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself, that's going to do it on another fantastic NFL season.